Welcome back to Friday night on the terrace. Could it be Ollie's last game in charge of Manchester United? Could it be Conte? Could it be Brendan Rodgers on his way in? We've got all that, a packed Premier League preview for you as well. A few other little festive treats as well with some Parvin Compton. Some Parvin Compton on its way for us as well. We're carving out some pumpkins today as well. It's going to be an amazing show. Hit that like button for us right about now, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe to the Football Terrace. Dan, run the VT and let everybody know what's coming up tonight on Friday night on the terrace.
Yeah. Coming up on tonight's Friday night on the terrace, two fans will go head to head in a football quiz. Our live studio audience will be discussing the upcoming Leicester v Arsenal and Tottenham v Manchester United games. We also take a look at footballers donning some spectacular Halloween costumes, and Ethan tries out a brand new VR heading game. All that on tonight's show, and it's live!
And around the festive time, especially Halloween. I really do. I don't know what I'm more scared of at the minute. The trick-or-treaters, Ollie's press conference. Pat, did you see Ollie's press conference though? You seen what he said?
It's worrying, isn't it? It's concerning, like for you guys, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, for me, I start talking about Tyson Fury. Yeah, there's no sound, guys. Like now there is sound, cool. He's talking about Tyson Fury, talking about getting knocked down. Yeah, I can't. It's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing.
Really poor. The analogies are really poor. I don't know, man. How you feeling about the game, though?
I'm nervous about the game. I'm really, really nervous about the game, and I think from my point of view, we're going to get onto the subject later. I don't want to lose. But I'm scared of winning. That's the literal space that I stand in. But of course, in terms of Man United, our viewers, I want you to take on this. We've heard Antonio Conte all week. Brendan Rodgers, his name has been around all week. And for me, I want to speak to the audience today around who they think could be coming in. I want you to tell us who you think as well. From your point, who do you think right now would be the best fit? Brendan Rodgers linked today via ESPN. Conte all week. Who's the best guy to take over from Ollie?
Conte. He's out of a job right now, so you can get him in straight away. We know he's a serial winner. He won't take any shit. So if he comes into the job, he's going to come in with demands to really push this team forward. You got the squad and the capability. So yeah, if Conte comes in, rival fans will be really scared of you guys because you have the squad already there. It's just the right manager to set you guys up properly, get you playing in a real system, and then push on from there.
Yeah, I feel like, can we turn up Patrick's sound, please? We're getting some comments from the viewers that it's not clear, so we need to turn it up a little bit. Thank you. Yeah, I think from my point of view, I'm honestly lost with who's right for Man United. I sit there and I've listened to parts of this week. I've got excited about it being Antonio Conte. There's part of me that thinks, Brendan Rodgers, he plays really good football. I then think, Zidane's the right guy. Honestly, every single manager just fills me with an element of dread because the big names would make me excited, but every single manager we've had come in before has failed.
Yeah.
The lesser names or the smaller names worry me because I think, are they good enough? But then nothing's worked so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same with every transfer, isn't it? You go for a big transfer, it's always a gamble. So any top manager, there's going to be that gamble. But if you bring in a world-class manager, you're definitely going to get a bigger tune out of the team and out of the squad than the guy that you got currently, which is obviously Ollie.
Well, this is very true. It can't be any worse than it is right about now. I want to see what some of the viewers are saying in relation to this. Kieran B, one of our moderators, says the truth is anyone would be better than Ollie. Conte, Ten Hag, Rodgers would be miles better. What else we got here? Spurs guy therapy with Terry. Kind of get that. Galacticus Pro, I kind of get what you're saying there. A lot of people just saying Ollie's at the wheel. And that was the bit today as well. Ollie was talking about, I know fans all around the world have been seeing Ollie at the wheel, mocking us.
Wow.
and all this stuff like
you know you're a running joke.
It's
You actually
terrible.
know it's banter.
And
you're
even
talking about it.
did you hear like this thing about Fergie turning up to training with a man named to protect him?
No, I didn't hear
So
about
there was
that.
this story earlier on in the week that Fergie turned up at the training ground to protect Ollie. And everyone was like, I can't believe Fergie's done it. He's a trench coat. He's a problem. Get him out of the club. So, like sort of Solskjaer supporters were like, no, he's standing by his man.
Yeah.
Turned out he was there to do a commercial shoot that he'd booked in to do anyway. So that's how mad a week it's been. You know, he was there to film an advert type thing in relation to that. I'd like to get maybe a chance to see what some of the audience in here think around who should take over at Manchester United. Rocket's going to have a quick chat with him now. I'd like to hear what Banks has got to say as a Man United fan.
Come on, Banks, what are you saying?
I mean, the managers that are available, we'd love to see a Ten Hag come in because you know that he's doing his thing with Ajax in terms of playing good football, integrating.
That's the sort of thing you want to see at United. Ole told us he was going to do that. He lied. But in terms of the managers that's available, you can't go wrong with Antonio Conte because he's a winner. We've done the whole playing good football thing, and yeah, it got us to second and third place, got the players happy again. But I need somebody that's going to come in and be a winner. Ten Hag could do that. Antonio Conte could do that. So I'd be very happy if Antonio Conte came in.
Think Conte's the man?
No, I'd go with Ten Hag. I think I think what you saw with Jose when they hired him was his style and his ethos didn't really match Man United's, and I just worry with Conte, like the way he sets up teams. He's not defensive, but obviously like that shape of three and being a bit more compact. I think like United need to go back to their ethos, their traditions. Like they always, like since the 30s, they've always had academy players in the squad. So you need someone that's going to come in there and work with the youngsters as well and be able to like put an arm.
He was going to do that. Ole said he was going to do that, and managers can say a lot of things, but at this point, it's about winning for United. We've gone a long time doing. We went the Van Gaal way. He said he was going to bring for youth. He did that, but he didn't bring results. Went the Jose way. He said he was going to bring results. He didn't do it. Went the Ole way. That's United DNA to its core. It didn't work. We need somebody that's going to come in and win with this squad now.
The thing about Ten Hag as well is like I don't think the problems stop with the manager. So like the way Ajax is run is exemplary. Like, you know, their ethos is to bring people through the youth ranks, sell one or two, reinvest that into the youth rank and keep that kind of going around. Like, I think Ten Hag could bring a bit of insight into that structure and sorting out everything in the back room as well.
That's what it needs. That's what it needs, lads. Any other names to throw into the hat?
Hey, look, Man United love club legends, so Steve Bruce is available. No, I'm only playing. But on a level, I think it doesn't really matter which manager is going to be coming in because, like, I work in recruitment as my day job, but I won't be able to go get a job with the biggest recruitment company in the business at all because of the level that I'm at. So there's a lot of background work that needs fixing at Man United right now. So even if Conte comes in, I don't think it's going to be enough to get Man United over the line.
Back to you, Terry.
Yeah, lots to be said on that. But a super chat that came through here. This is from Jace, who says, come on, people, you all know that the Manchester United board won't change, so why not bring in a coaching staff to help Ollie and then Ten Hag for next season? Do you know what I find interesting about... What I find really, really interesting about the sort of talk is a lot of people, Pat, still don't think that Man United will sack Ollie, even if a bad result happens this weekend. Do you think that's the case?
I think if he loses badly tomorrow, then he's gone. I mean, the Liverpool game for me was the litmus test where I thought a battering he'd be gone. You've given him one more game to really get it right. Yeah, one more loss and a bad loss, especially to like Tottenham, who aren't doing well at the moment. And I think he's got to go. It's going to become too toxic.
Yeah, I hear you on that. Viewers, what do you think this weekend? Could it be Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's last game at Manchester United? Do you think he could even save himself? I want your views, I want your opinions, I want your comments. Nearly on 150 likes, which is absolutely amazing. Keep them coming in for us. Remember, later, we've got a little bit of pumpkin carving going on. They're actually doing it right about now. They're doing it. They're carving out their club badges and their club cresses.
So, lads, you're carving out your club badge. Obviously, you're a Palace fan.
Yeah.
How are you finding the eagle?
So this eagle is without the feathers. So basically, it's the eagle in the plainest form. That's the eye right there. And the eagle's sitting down. This eagle is different with the other eagle. So yeah, it's looking good.
And we've got Arsenal fan over here.
You're carving out a cannon.
I did the wheel and it failed a bit, so I'm working on the cannon now and we're going to see how it goes.
Okay, and we're at the end of the show. We will be putting these to the vote, so make sure you vote for your favourite one. Lads, it's a terrible start. Best of luck.
Yeah, I mean, wow. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely wow. We had another super chat while that came in. It's from my man Hemel that says, big up Terry. I sent you an email with the dates. I would like to come to the Friday Night at the Terrace in March 2022. Respect. I will email you back at some point next week. You have to probably remind me. My memory is awful. But it'd be great to get you on the show there. Someone says, Terry, you look like you've got a beer belly.
Oh, wow. That's harsh.
It's supposed to be slimming.
Listen, mate, it's because every time I roll off your mum, she gives me a chocolate biscuit. You body shame me, I'll chat about your mum, innit? Do you know what I mean? Simple as that, bro. She all right? She good? No, she all right. She good. She's a good girl. Good girl. Love her. Good girl. In relation to that. Right, so we've got one of our first, we've got a VT coming up in a minute that young Ethan went out and did. And it is absolutely sensational. You're going to love this. It's educational. Make sure you listen to it. But the beautiful game is always evolving, sometimes for the better with VAR. One of the best inventions ever in football.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Same football.
I don't know about that.
You're a Spurs fan. Without VAR, you ain't in Champions League final, bro. What are you chatting about, G? What are you chatting about? What are you chatting about? But sometimes for the worst, like the new offside rule's crazy.
Yeah,
with the
interpretation of it.
Yeah.
And, you know, if a defender gets involved and kind of touches it but doesn't, then it brings people in. Yeah, it's just weird. It's a grey area and it's mind-boggling. So yeah. Yeah,
no, exactly. So there's those kind of things there that I look at. Obviously, one of the things that's coming into football now is trying to protect footballers from developing dementia later on in life. Heading of the ball has been cut out for certain age groups. Players are actually, I wasn't aware of this until I watched this VT, that they're not even heading the ball very much in training anymore, but there's a very innovative way using a VR experience that is teaching them and helping them to train themselves still. So we're going to run a quick VT for you now. Ethan went out, he went down to the centre to basically have a go and see what the professional Premier League footballers are doing now to learn and practice their heading. Danny, run that VT for us.
Due to its links with dementia, heading is slowly being phased out of football. It began in 2020 when the FA banned children under 12 from heading the ball in training. And now even the professionals in England are being limited to just 10 headers of a football per week. In replacement of real heading, Premier League footballers up and down the country are now using a virtual reality game called Player 22 to train their heading. So I wanted to give it a go myself to see if it really works.
There are pros who use the system in training as part of regular training. There's goalkeepers who use the system 3 or 4 times a week, and some even on match day in a dressing room pre-game. Yeah, our investors include Tyrone Mings, Thierry Henry, Vincent Kompany, Gary Neville, Michael Antonio, new sports and that we're moving into soon like rugby, so Anthony Watson's just joined as well. You'll notice every now and again there's private entries in our leaderboard. They're generally pro players. We obviously don't want their details to be shared, but they're pretty much at the top of every leaderboard on the system. It's cool to know that, you know, when you're competing, you are competing against real players. It's not just other people and other fans.
I'm knackered. You might want to give this a while. I'm sweating.
Anyone who's got an Oculus Quest headset can basically buy Rezzle for £10.99 off the App Store, so it's pretty easy to get started.
Alright, I'm just back after playing the game and I honestly can't believe just how realistic it felt. If you play football in real life, you know when you've misjudged or mistimed a header and the ball would skim off your head. And when you were playing this game, if you misjudge it or mistime it, the ball would skim off your head at the exact angle that you'd expect it to in real life. And there's no cheating the game either. You've got to head it properly like you would in real life, or it won't work. You'll notice when I'm properly doing the heading motion that you would in a game, 9 times out of 10, the ball's going in the back of the net. But when you're not committing 100% to the header and you're just sort of casually flicking it on, the ball won't go in. And oh my word, I could not believe how much of a workout it was as well. By the end of it, I was sweating. Thanks to Player 22, hopefully we'll start to see a decrease in ex-pros developing neurodegenerative brain diseases as a result of just repeatedly heading balls. Research has shown that professional footballers are 3.5 times more likely to die from dementia than people of the same age range in the general population. In fact, 5 members of England's 1966 World Cup winning team have since developed dementia, which has sadly led to the death of 4 of them. In September 2021, the first adult football game without heading took place at Spennymoor Town FC. It wasn't a competitive game, it was just a charity match to raise awareness for dementia. Reports on the game suggest that it was a big success, but on one occasion a player did head the ball, which resulted in a free kick being given to the other team. And honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if that sort of rule was brought into the whole of football very soon. I want you to let me know what you think. Obviously, heading is a massive part of our game. Some of the most important goals in history have been scored with the head. But now that the scientific research is there, clearly showing that repetitively heading a football can cause dementia, surely it'd be wrong to carry on the way we are now knowing that, even though it might affect the game. Drop your thoughts in the comments.
We go. Absolutely amazing technology. Ethan, great video again. That guy can edit. He can seriously edit. He has got skills, proper skills, better than his sound skills today. Max here with a super chat says, a draw for Man United would be considerably worse than a loss. A lot of people agree with that, and we will get more into Man United and the implications of a loss or a draw later on in the previews as well. But up next on the terrace, we've got a brand new game for you, hosted by Rocket over in Studio 2. It's called Who Dat? Over to Rocket. Over to Rocket to go check it out.
Top man Terry, right, I'm here with Patrick and Banks, Tottenham fan versus Man United fan. This is going to predict the outcome of the game on Saturday, so it means everything, gentlemen. All right, no peeping at my card, all right? So there's a club quiz. Basically, the idea is you're going to have 60 seconds on the clock to name as many past and present Spurs players as you can. Then you will go, Banks, and do Man United players. Easier said than done. Okay, we're going to give you the first one. Who's that?
Jimmy Greaves.
It is Jimmy Greaves, old school legend, Spurs man, through and through. That's your first one. Okay, Terry. It's Terry's time in today, so we have 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts. Good luck, Patrick. Now, who's this?
Ndombele.
Correct. Who's this?
Ginola.
Correct. Who's this?
Harry Kane.
Correct. Who's this?
Ozzy Ardiles.
Yes. Who's this?
Reguilon.
Yes. Who's that?
Gary Mabbott.
Correct. Who's this?
Harry Winks.
Yes.
Van der Vaart.
Yes.
Son.
Yes.
Benu Kotu.
Yes.
Choluka?
Corluka.
Yeah.
We'll give it to you.
Ledley King.
Yes.
King. Gascoigne.
Of course it is.
Hugo.
Yes.
Lineker.
Yes.
Skip.
Yes.
Højbjerg, the Viking.
Yes.
That is Robbie Keane.
Of course it is.
That is Bergwijn, Stevie B.
Yes.
Glenn Hoddle.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Who's that?
That's the name skipped my tongue.
Come on, you know it. You know it.
Who is it? Skip. Just skip it.
That one.
Yeah.
That's Tim Sherwood.
Yes, that's it. Obviously that is our new right back,
Yes.
Emerson Royale.
Yes, it is. Who's that? Oh, and that is time, and that was Steve Perryman. I'll tell you what, he absolutely smashed it. How'd you feel?
I feel good, man. Let's go. What was the number?
It was quality. How many did he get? Who was counting? 21. Decent. Right, let's switch over, gents. Switch over.
No pressure.
21. That's a decent score. Right, Banks, 21. How you feeling about that, mate?
Who the fuck is this fella?
Come on. Don't. Right, so let's have a look at the shot. So we'll give you that one. That is, of course...
Georgie Best.
Of course it is. Georgie Best, the ladies' man. Right, okay, 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. Who's this?
Bruno.
Of course it is.
Cantona.
Yes.
Ronaldo.
Yes.
Don't have a clue. Pogba.
Yes.
Irwin.
Correct.
McTominay.
Yes.
Fletcher.
Yes, it is.
Rashi.
Yes. Full names, please.
Butner.
Your first name?
Alexander.
Yes.
Anders Lindegaard.
Yes.
Kieran Richardson.
Correct.
What's his name? Bobby Robson.
Yes.
Brian
Robson.
Robson. David De Gea.
Yes.
Mark Hughes.
Yes, it is.
Jesse Lingard.
Correct.
Ooh, Dennis Law.
Yes.
Mason Greenwood.
Correct.
Who the fuck is this guy? Skip.
Come on, you know that. Who is it?
I ain't
Gary Pallister. Skip it. It's Gary Pallister. Skip. Who's that?
Fred.
Yes.
Who the fuck is that? I ain't got a clue.
That's Stephanie.
Victor Lindelof.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That is time. That is Brian Kidd. Wow, man.
Very good. I've never seen him
Gary
I've never
Pallister.
seen him under the age of 50. I can't lie.
Banks, how old are you?
I'm 24.
He's 24. He's young. He's young.
Sorry. I like the Richfield thing.
So there we have it. So what was the score?
Patrick actually got 22.
Patrick got 22 and Banks got 21. So he's pipped him out of the post. Patrick, how do you feel, mate? Spurs are going to beat United.
Let's go. If that's a sign for tomorrow's game, I'll take it. I'll take it.
You having that? Banks, fair play, mate. You did all right there.
I did all right. Clearly, I need to do a bit more research. Let's come.
Few before your time, to be fair.
Yeah, literally. I ain't never seen some of these black and white dons, fam. I ain't never seen some of
So,
these.
man, good effort, lads. Right, I'll tell you what, Terry. That was pretty decent, mate. Back to you.
Yeah, I mean, didn't know who Bobby Charlton was. That's the only one that offended me. So Bobby Charlton, he went, who the fuck's that? To Bobby Charlton. But there we go. Look, it's hard though, when you're actually up there and the buzzer's on you and all the eyes are on you, it's difficult indeed. In a moment, we're going to be previewing Leicester City versus Arsenal this weekend. That's coming up very, very soon, that preview. Make sure like buttons are being smashed. I want to go to some of the comments though after that quiz. A lot of people saying fake fan. That just happens there. A lot of people saying, but it is hard. A lot of people saying it's hard. Imagine knowing Fred and not knowing who Sir Bobby Charlton is, says here. A lot of people having a go at Patrick as well, saying, how do you not know who Sherwood is? It was on the tip of his tongue. It was there. We've got a preview coming up in a moment. Later on in the show as well, we're going to give you the chance to vote for exclusively vote via the Football Terrace for the Premier League Player of the Month as well. We'll be revealing those candidates. But I'm now going to switch over to Gavin in just a few moments' time to let us know what he's going to be. Actually, we're going to take a look at the pumpkin carvings. Pumpkin carvings now. We're going to have a quick look over there. What's going on? Get on, boys.
Yeah, this is still the eagle without feathers.
Let's have a look. Give us a show. How's he looking?
Yeah, look at it. Look, these are the wings.
Liking
No, and that's the head. If you have your imagination, right, that is an eagle. It's fine as
more like a Christmas tree to me. How are we getting over here?
Looks about like a cat.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I love the AFC. That was decent. Yeah, it's coming along. At least it looks kind of like a badge.
Like a cannon,
good stuff. Keep it up, lads. We'll obviously decide a winner at the end of the show.
Absolutely. I mean, they don't look... I mean, what do you think of those so far, viewers? I mean, they will actually scare kids. Legit. They're so bad. They are so bad. But we're ready to go over now to Gav, making his preview hosting on the Football Terrace on the Friday night show. Over to him for the big build-up to Leicester versus Arsenal.
Well, thank you very much, Terry, for that wonderful intro. Of course, Gav Matt representing the Football Terrace tonight. And it is tomorrow, Arsenal versus Leicester. Ooh, exciting times. Now, I want to know, are Arsenal back?
No.
No, says the Tottenham fan. Let's go to an Arsenal fan first. Let's get some positivity. What's good?
What's good, man? Yeah.
Are Arsenal back?
I think things are looking positive, yeah. 6 wins out of our last 8. 14 points from our last 18 in the league. Yeah, Leicester are going to be a tough test, probably the toughest of all those games. So I think we got the quality to beat them. I went to the last 3 home games as well. Smith Rowe is something else. And if we play to our best, we can win. And it will put us in a good position for the top 6. Who knows what else?
I agree. Now, I'm going to speak to another Arsenal fan, but I want to get a Leicester point of view from this. Are you worried about the game tomorrow afternoon?
I think so, but Leicester haven't been in their best form this season. I think they've kind of really dropped off a lot, and I think Rodgers isn't doing the best job he can. Obviously they had that 40 win against United. I think that says more about United than it does about Leicester. But I think any away game as an Arsenal fan, I'm worried because we never turn up that much away. At home, the Emirates is pretty good this season. We're playing really, really well. But away, I wouldn't be happy with a draw, but I wouldn't be annoyed with a draw, is what I'll say.
Fair enough. Now, Conte, as we know, has been linked with the Manchester United job, but another person that's been linked with the Manchester United job is Brendan Rodgers. So, as a Manchester United fan, I know that you are, but I was wearing the shirt, of course. Gary Pallister, by the way. From a Leicester point of view, do you feel that Leicester may feel almost a bit under pressure that their manager is being linked with such a big job ahead of such a large game?
First of all, Brendan Rodgers is very lucky to be linked to any sort of top job, considering the job that he's done at Leicester. He's done a good job, but he's bottled it every single time he's needed to step up to the plate. So the fact that he's even being linked to the Man United job is funny in the sense of, are Leicester under pressure? No, I don't think they're going to be under pressure. I feel like they're going to, Rodgers would have kept the players level-headed, kept all the talk about him going to United possibly away from the players and kept them focused on the game. Again, they're coming off a decent win against, obviously the decent win against United, but they're going to be facing an Arsenal team that are in form. So I don't think the pressure's on Leicester particularly because of the speculation regarding Rodgers.
Fair enough. Now, there is one guy that I was a big fan of before, and I'm even more of a fan of right now. I'm going to ask the Tottenham fan this question, though. There we go. Awkward. Ben White. Is he all that?
He's decent. He's had a good start to his career.
Lovely. Thanks a lot. Back to the... Sorry, Patrick, carry on.
That's all right. He's had a decent start to his career. Shaky start at first. He's looked a lot more solid in the last couple of games. So credit where credit's due. He's coming in and looking like a decent centre-back. Is he going to be worth the 50 mil? Time will tell. I'm hearing talks of him playing as a DM. I'm not sure about that. Bit too early to say if he can command a DM spot. Let him get the centre-back position in order first. But to be fair to him and to the Arsenal team, they are looking decent right now. They're in a good vein of form. Tomorrow will be a good test. Leicester are a good team, man. Away from home, it will be a tough test for Arsenal. It'll be a tight game. But yes, credit where credit's due. Ben White has looked solid as a centre-back in recent weeks.
This is what I love about football fans. Rather than being like, oh, I'm an Arsenal fan, I'm a Tottenham fan, this is how we go around things. No, he's a football fan. He's given an honest opinion of things, and I rate that. I actually have a lot of respect for that. I would tip my hat. In fact, I will tip my hat because I had fresh trim. There we go. But...
I need to speak Ben White. Sorry.
Ben White. Let's talk about Ben White, Terry.
Ben White, do you know what? The only reason Ben White wasn't being respected is because he's named Ben White. Because of where he played, where he's from. Honest to God, what I saw said about Ben White in the summer, overrated, no tech, no skill, basically overpriced, overrated Englishman was the sentiment. And it's always the same with English players. As soon as they're linked to a club, Ben Chilwell going to Chelsea, no one raved about him. You know, when Man United were buying Alex Telles, because his name's Alex Telles, miles ahead of Luke Shaw. You see them both playing the same club and you realise Luke Shaw is a better football player. This happens so often over here. We're so self-deprecating to our own players. And I think Ben White's showing up and embarrassing a lot of football fans at the moment simply because he is one of the best young players out there. Is he worth 50 mil? I don't really know. That ain't the point. The point is how many other options out there that Arsenal could have got that were, one, better than him and have got a higher ceiling than him. Not very many indeed. So for me, Ben White is shutting up a lot of haters out there so far this season.
I think what you tend to find is that because of the value of that transfer, people automatically think that's the value of that player. But for me, it's how much they're worth to the club. So if, I always still stand by this wholeheartely, PSG mashed this up for everybody. Because Neymar went to PSG for a lot of money. They got his transfer fee straight away, his release clause. But that wasn't the value of the player. That's the value that it was to their club. And this is what we tend to find a hell of a lot. If you speak to Leeds fans about how, have we got any Leeds fans in here? No. We got a Leeds fan. Have we got enough time to go to the Leeds fan? Leeds fans will tell you how much value that Ben White was to their club. So there you go.
Promoted, sorry to interject there. When Leeds got promoted, he played every single game and he played every single minute of every single game. Didn't miss a minute.
Says a lot.
Okay, cool. So it's prediction time. So you don't care, but give us a prediction anyway. Leicester versus Arsenal. What do you think the scoreline is going to be? What do you want it to be, actually?
For a high scoring 3-3. I don't know why. I feel like there's going to be goals in this one. I feel like there's going to be goals. I'm going to go 3-3.
Golazo, 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 golazo.
I'm going with 2-1 Arsenal. Yeah, I think both teams will score, but I think, 2-1. That's what I'll go with.
What's that on Bet Victor? Throw you under a bus. Patrick, what are you saying?
I think it's going to be a tight game. I'm going to go just with the home team, 2-1 Leicester, but Arsenal will turn up. It'll be a good game. but I'm going to just tip it to Leicester.
Tasty, tasty, tasty.
I reckon 2-2 because Vardy always turns up against Arsenal. And, you know, I think we'll play well, but yeah, I can see Vardy getting a brace, maybe even a hat-trick. But I'm going to say 2-2.
So annoying that is fit. Honestly, screwing my brain here right now. Palace fan, what's good?
Vote for me, innit? That's what I'm here for. Vote for me. But if you're talking about the game, let me go Vardy, 2 goals, Arsenal 1 goal in the last minute, 2-1 Leicester. But whatever I say is wrong all the time, so it doesn't matter. So vote for the opposite thing of what I say, so yeah.
Rate that. And yourself.
Oh, I just think we're going to win.
Straight out victory. I'm thinking it's going to be 0-0 and boring. Lies. Come on, Arsenal. 3-1 Arsenal. Come on, let's get in there. Back to Terry.
There we go. Like a bit of Gav. Nice bit. That was good. Well done, Gav. Big round of applause for Gav, please, people.
Here a week.
I know, yeah, KJ's gone.
No, rate KJ, love. It's all love KJ. It's all love KJ.
He was free as well. He was free. Love you.
He hasn't received my receipts yet. That's what it is.
The best bit, though, the best bit about that preview, I was sort of watching. Everyone was engaged, and then the Arsenal fan in the corner was busy carving away at his pumpkin. That's all I could see. He's so into it. Carving it over there. We are going to have a vote at the end of the show. However, a bit more fun now. So, it's been an interesting October in the Premier League. We've seen lots of goals. We've seen lots of frightful moments and brilliant games, some wonderful and outlandish performances from many Premier League players. You've got the opportunity to vote for the Premier League Player of the Month early. The link is currently pinned to our live comment section and in the description below. The candidates are amazing. I kind of know who already is going to win. But to give you an idea of some of those candidates, I'm going to go on the link now myself. It's in the description. I'm clicking on it now. It's up on the screen, actually. Man, it's on the screen. I don't actually have to click on the link. Well done, Danny. Look at that. So Mo Salah. A round of applause for Mo Salah. Should he get it? Yeah, what are we saying with that? A little bit West Ham's Agbonga? No? Okay. Aaron Ramsdale. He's been nominated. He's a candidate.
Yeah, go on then. Yeah, we'll have that.
The Gunners aren't even backing their own guy. Phil Foden's on the list. The next one's going to get a big clap. Benjamin Mendy is on there. Man like Daniel over there clapping loudly. And Wolverhampton Wanderers, He-Chan is also on there. Oh, man's been scoring goals as well. The question is, viewers, who do you think deserves it? For me, you can't look beyond anybody other than Liverpool Football Club's greatest ever Premier League player, Mohamed Salah. It's true. He is. It is a fact. Listen, even when Gerrard was at his peak, I never saw so many Liverpool fans say we have the best player in the world right now. The fact you're now saying it about Mo, you can't have the best player in the world and him not be your best ever player. That doesn't even make sense. It's he's been amazing. He's been absolutely phenomenal. Anybody that's watching though disagree? That's what I want to know. I want to see if anybody's disagreeing in the comment section here. Phil Foden, someone here, Jason said it should be Phil Foden. A Wolves fan said it should be Thierry Henry. Very weird comment. I don't know, maybe you've been asleep a long time, bruv. I don't know. I don't know where you're at, mate. Benjamin, a lot of people saying Benjamin Mendy. It's not Benjamin, Yeah, I'm off. See ya.
So back to the terrace, and I'm thinking maybe Mo Salah should be the guy that is the person that is going to put forward for it.
Terry shit!
Here's what it is. Edouard Mendy, however, is up there in there as well. You know, back to you guys over there. There's no one over there. Back to me over here. Terry, come sit down.
Can I have my chair back, please?
Yeah, go on then.
I've got a mic. I'm good.
It's my turn.
I'm good, yes. Edouard Mendy, brilliant goalkeeper. Absolutely. He has not spent any time at Her Majesty's pleasure in any recent weeks. He has not done that. Benjamin Mendy is not on the list. Little Freudian slip there. Little Freudian slip. But listen, I've had a nightmare. It's Halloween, so it's a season of nightmares. I know. See that? You see that there? Yeah. I know. We're going to take a look now at some of the worst Halloween costumes that football players have ever worn. Some of the best, some of the worst. It depends on your perspective, really. When we come back, okay, it's the Tottenham Manchester United preview. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Danny, run that VT.
Let's start in 2017 when former Liverpool man Louis Garcia single-handedly won Halloween. The Spaniard's ghost goal against Chelsea in the 2005 Champions League semi-final still gives Chelsea fans the heebie-jeebies to this day. And that's exactly what he dressed up as for Halloween.
Stunning. Come on, Chelsea fans, laugh. It's been 15 years.
From Jack Nicholson to Heath Ledger, there have been some iconic Jokers in the history of the Batman franchise. Here's Robert Lewandowski as Joaquin Phoenix's Oscar-winning incarnation. So why Neymar decided to pay homage to Jared Leto's nauseating portrayal of the character is beyond me.
I mean, Philippe Coutinho clearly did it to get his wife to dress up as Harley Quinn. Very smooth, Philippe. But why did Neymar want to... no...
Still not as creepy as the time Dries Mertens convinced his wife to dress up as Napoli teammate Marek Hamsik.
A handy tip for this Halloween, rather than having to endure the ordeal of actually having to watch Suicide Squad in order to get your costume on point, just go buy a Batman mask from Poundland like Bobby Firmino. I can only presume they're his real teeth.
When you're one of the most marketable footballers on the planet like Cristiano Ronaldo, money is no object, meaning when Halloween rolls around, you can pull out all the that's really crap.
Okay, so he's just walked into what looks like a hospital dressed like that? I take it back, that is dark, Ronnie.
I'm not really sure where to begin explaining everything wrong with Alexander Zinchenko's costume here.
I mean, the Michael Jackson element is far more problematic than the Thriller outfit is scary and... A star for enthusiasm though. Look at him go.
This next one isn't a costume, it's just an insight into Gerard Piqué and Shakira's bedtime routine. This isn't a costume either, it's just how John Terry likes to dress when going to meet his latest conquest. And Liverpool goalkeeper Adrian need not bother with a costume this year, as the sight of him standing between the sticks is terrifying enough.
And now, for no apparent reason, a compilation of children who decided to dress up as Jurgen Klopp for Halloween.
Fair play to the entire starting 11 of Mexican side Tigres, who decided to take their costumes to the pitch. Except this guy who clearly wanted no part in the whole thing. And just enough time left for some notable mentions. Here's Mo Salah being about as scary as seeing Christian Benteke on the opposition team sheet, Angel Di Maria going to the effort of hiring a spacesuit while Kylian Mbappe dresses up as himself, Aaron Ramsbow sat next to the ghost of Arsenal's title chances. I know he left the club ages ago, but that joke seems to be relevant every October. Frank Lampard as an 18th century pimp, Gary Lineker as a 1980s porn star, Peter Crouch naked, and one of the people in this picture is Lionel Messi. I'm just not entirely sure which one.
Look at that. Some of them horrendous, some of them brilliant. You ever dressed up for fancy dress? You died doing that?
A couple, man. I've dressed up a couple times. I've got a couple of outfits.
Ah, a couple of outfits. I like that. I've never worn fancy dress in my life. Nah,
just go as myself, innit?
Exactly.
Swagged out, styled myself.
I'm
good.
boring.
Yeah.
I had a Halloween party at my house. I just turned up normal clothes. Just normal clothes, no messing up. There we go. But look, Tottenham versus Manchester United. It's going to be a massive, massive game this weekend for so many reasons. There are 3 points at stake. That seems to have been forgotten. I'm going to start with Banks first when it comes to Manchester United. And the first question I've got for you isn't even about the game per se, but there's a lot of talk on socials at the minute. Is it right, or should Man United fans want to lose this weekend?
All I'm going to say is that last week you wanted us to win, and we still lost anyway. So if you want us to lose next week, we're still probably going to lose. It doesn't really matter. Like, all it needs to go, and that's most likely going to happen if he loses. I don't really care if we lose. I've gone past the point of caring whether we win or lose. Under this manager, whether we win or lose, it doesn't affect me no more because he needs to go. Like, I can't take results seriously while this manager's in charge because I know any good run is just going to be met with a worse run. I know when we win 2-3 games on a bounce, we're eventually going to run into trouble and lose 3 games. So when this manager's in charge, whether we win or lose, it doesn't really matter to me. People getting angry at Laz because he said he wanted us to lose. I get the sentiment because if he goes on another janky run, you know Ollie, he goes on these stupid little runs, and if he wins a couple games, he'll probably get on to the end of the season. That's another season wasted. I get why he said it. It doesn't sound right, but I understand because the only way he goes is if we lose. We wanted him to win last week, and he disgraced us. So next week, if we want him to lose, how can you get angry? How can you really get angry?
Matt, listen, I understand the sentiment as well. Viewers, what do you think on that? Should fans want or wish or hope their team loses to get a better outcome? The manager gone, maybe somebody better in through the door. Have you ever felt like that about Tottenham? I mean, you done like Nuno. Do you want to lose? Like, do you want to lose, Patty? Do you want to lose?
No, you know what? I can't lie. During the Jose Mourinho era, I was kind of like where Laos is right now. And I hate to say it, but there was times when I did want us to lose. Obviously, I don't want us to lose tomorrow. I do think we will lose tomorrow, though. So there's a lot of irony there. I mean, the derby's called El Sacaco for a reason. Like, both managers are in the mud. Both teams are doing really bad. And it's just, yeah, no, stop it. So, yeah, obviously I want us to win. Do I think we're going to win? No, I don't.
Do you feel like, is it a harder game for Tottenham or an easier game because all the focus is on Man United? Like this week, legitimately, I don't think I've seen news about any other club but Man United. Does that make it easier, or maybe do you think maybe it'll seep into the dressing room and the players will overlook the game?
Listen, I mean, there's been 4-3 London derbies where we've meant to be up for it and we're not. So I think this team is just sleepwalking. Nuno's not getting a tune out of the players. The players aren't turning up. So I don't really feel that there's no excuses at the end of the day. You're a professional footballer. When you step across that line, you should bring your heart, desire, courage, and literally die for the badge. And I'm not really seeing that. Other than Sonny, probably Hugo Lloris, and Højbjerg, obviously the Viking, I'm not really seeing the guys do that. So there shouldn't be no excuses. 3 points should be what's on the cards tomorrow. But with that being said, I still think we're going to lose.
Harry Kane, is he not giving his all? Is Harry Kane?
No,
I mean,
he's not.
Professional, isn't he? Never lets his side down. Professional, model footballer.
You're mugging it.
No, I'm not mugging. I'm just. It's all I heard about him. He's the best professional ever.
That's what I used to feel. But this season, I've not really seen that from Harry Kane. Yeah, he's out there putting in a shift. But to be fair, if the manager had any balls, he would have dropped Harry Kane already.
Wow. Big statement. Harry Kane out here, Breaking Bad and all that. When you think about like Harry Kane and Tottenham though, I know that there's Man United have got other things on their mind, Ollie's future, etc. When you look at the way Tottenham are playing, do you still do you have hope of winning the game? Do you think we can beat them?
Everybody comes and faces us and becomes the best player in the world. So when it's time for Tottenham to face us now, do you think I'm going to be surprised when Harry Kane runs back his 2018, 2019, scores a hat-trick or whatever? Everybody that we've had, Doucouré come up and look like flipping Zidane. We've had Tillsman score worldies last week. Naby Keita running around on one leg, beating up our midfield. It doesn't matter who faces us. Everybody that faces us turns world class. So this Tottenham team that got pumped by Crystal Palace, pumped by West Ham, pumped by everybody, they're gonna come and start beating us up because that's what we allow people to do. We allow people to face us and turn into world beaters. That's the United. That's where United are right now. So he broke me. He broke me. You get it?
You can feel that pain now. I want to speak to some rivals here. I want to speak to a man like Chris. Come here, Chris. Bring that Lacazette beard over here. Yeah, bring that over here. Yeah. When you look at this game, what's your head saying?
I want to draw. I'm not going to lie, because if like we beat Leicester and they draw, then we go ahead of both of them. And I've got a bit sick of all of your league table bantering Spurs fans. No, you lot as well though. These lot as well, yeah. Like, so I just want to that would be something.
I mean, it will be embarrassing for Gunnar though. Like a lot of Arsenal fans are talking about you're back, top four's on, we turn the corner. Man United and Spurs are in the mud. If you finish this weekend behind us, how is that going to make you feel?
Not good. I can't lie. Not good, man. No, we gotta go above. We gotta do it this weekend, man.
I
or at least one of them, yeah. So if one team obviously
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gav, from your point of view, do you think it's this whole talk about your team wanting your team to lose? It's trending everywhere. What's your take on that?
Oh, it disgusts me, man. Like, straight up, like, I'm not an Arteta in or out person. I don't really like him at my club, but at the same time,
So you're
I follow.
an Arteta out then?
No, I'm an Arsenal fan. You know, I'm an Arsenal in. I'm Arsenal in.
Yeah.
Whoever, like, do you know what I mean? So, like, I want my team to perform every week. I don't business who's in control of my team or not. I want my team to do bits. But like, I feel like under a different manager, we'll be able to get back into the higher echelon. You know what I mean?
So Arteta out then, yeah. Sorry, Banks. You can say something, bro.
No, it's like bigger. Like you say, you don't want Arteta there, but like you want us to like. There's a bigger picture. You say a different manager could help turn around the fortunes for Arsenal. You can expedite that whole process by losing a couple matches. You know, get a new manager. I mean.
Maybe. How about yourself?
I'm loving life, man. Look at this. United is in the mud, Tottenham's in the mud, Arsenal just coming up.